Joining me now, Dev Randhawa, Chair, CEO, Founder, and all that stuff of F3 Uranium. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for having me on.
Great, absolutely. So I distinctly remember the Fall Mining Showcase, fall of 22 with Red Cloud. I met you for the first time. I really liked the F3 story.
Right.
And literally I said, I'm going to put it on my watch list. And I did. But did I buy it? No. And so you come out with that big discovery literally weeks later.
Right.
So fast forward to today, you've got the Patterson Lake North Project. So you've got the JR Zone, the Minto Property, the Broach Property, which hosts the Tetra Zone.
Right.
And you're drilling there now. So is Tetra really the focus right now?
Tetra is. Money is scarce. So you've got to make sure you put it to the best shot to get a hit and then raise more money than maybe chase down, BC or the projects after that. So Ryan, definitely, it's only because of the mineralization. Like in the drill hole that had the meter of 2.5%, that mineralization was about 30 meters mineralization, whereas up at on the the JR zone, there was only 20, and then literally 30 further north of us, we drilled and hit more almost over 60 meters mineralization. So it's an issue of using your funds as wise as you can. We think this has got, and plus we did some homework, and we found that somebody historically never bothered assaying the work. We spent the money, assayed it, and found 1.2 kilometers away that there was almost 500 parts per million. So we know there's uranium there, but it's a kilometer away. So it's just the size of the system. To find something like Arrow, the Triple R, you need a big mineralization system. So we're very fortunate. That's why we're very focused on that area.
Okay, and you say that the geology is different. It's interesting, unique.
Yeah. Well, most of the time when you're looking for, saying, all gold shines and all that shines is not always gold. Well, same here. All uranium has to come through a conductor. That's what people believed. But in this case, if you looked at the map and you flew it, you conductors, and this little patch in the middle, there's nothing. We said, well, that's impossible. That's impossible for that to happen. So we then thought, let's do some digging. And sure enough, and we found that somebody else had the land. We swapped land with them, and we drilled and we hit. The problem is that you have a choice. There's a theory that these deposits are found in shear zone, controlled by shear zones, or they're controlled by graphitic conductors. And our guy, Sam, said, maybe they can be controlled by shear zones only. So there's a mudstone. The problem is there's your land. There's a mudstone piece that doesn't allow you to clearly identify where the conductors are. So we took a shot, hit, and now we have a pretty exciting program. But it is different. I mean, it looks like it's shear control versus graphite.
Now, as far as the JR zone, you're planning a mineral resource estimate soon, I believe.
Yes.
And the company has said that's going to put us in a different category.
Sure.
Investors will look at us differently. How so?
Well, I think once you put a number to what you're doing, it's the maiden resource, say, hey, we've started. Ideally, we would like to have kept drilling more, and because A1 is here, B1 goes beside it, and they meet. We'd like to have found more uranium, but we said, let's just get the number out there so we know for sure we can say we've got X number of pounds. So hopefully that'll be out in the next while.
And then on the financial side, you said money's scarce, but not with Red Cloud, apparently. You guys raised $20 million. Red Cloud, the lead agent, sole book runner there. Are you funded through 26, or how do you stack
Absolutely.
up?
It's going to be $3 million this fall, then 4. So we have more than enough money to go into next year. And that's important because our industry's got a cyclical piece to it. It's really good September to November. It's because uranium prices tend to move up because utilities tend to contract. They go to this Kukler conference in London the first after Labor Day weekend, and they all do contract, and the price seems to rise. That's when you want to raise money. So we have enough money certainly into February of 2027, but now we don't have to go back to the market. But we have certainly enough money for that. But if we hit, on the Broach and the Tetra Zone, might raise more. But right now we are $30 million in the bank, so more enough money to take us out to 2027.
And lastly, Deb, would you agree that investors, of course, got excited with the discovery in 22, And then if there's no sort of follow-up catalyst, then they sort
Absolutely.
of drift away and look for new shiny things.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so, where do you stand now in terms of attracting those investors back?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think everybody expected, I did obviously, that if your first hole, you got a chunk of here that's 4.5 meters of 50% uranium, where's the rest of it? Well, we haven't been able to find where it goes. But the reason, the shiniest thing right now would be the Tetra Zone, because like I say, you got 60 meters of mineralization, 30 meters, and we know it's at least 1 kilometer long. We will find something. The question is when, but we certainly have enough money to test the system.
All right. Great to see you, Dev.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for the update.
Thanks.
Good to see Dev Randhawa, Chairman and CEO at the F3 Uranium.